In this match of the week, the reigning Stage 2 champions were challenged by quite the team on the rise. Seoul had 3 perfect matches in a row and sat on the top of the leaderboard for the first time in a long time. The Shock showed signs of weakness, dropping a close match to the Houston Outlaws. In the end, despite rotating 11 of their 12 players, Seoul was unable to take a single map win. On Nepal, this control map was a series of decisive victories from both teams. Shrine was over almost as quickly as it started, when Munchkin was picked off early and Seoul backed out, giving San Francisco the point. They were unable to take a single percentage point in the next 2 minutes, giving an easy early win to the Shock. Sanctum went the near opposite way, however. Choyobin fed at the beginning of the round, and Seoul took the point to 99% before giving any ground. However, a huge bomb from Zumba allowed them to reclaim only moments later, securing a round for the Dynasty. Ending out on Village, it was Rascal who was picked off first, and his death opened up the point for capture. The Dynasty managed to hold on for some time, but Marvel unexpectedly fed, giving the Shock time to contest and retake the objective. In the final fight, Seoul briefly appeared to be winning, yet the Dynasty were all removed from a point, giving first blood to the boys in orange. Volskaya had to have been the most one-sided map of this series by far. Seoul did provide several good holds on the defense, but they somehow lost a fight with 6 ults in the bank. After 2.5 minutes, San Francisco took the point. They then turned it into a snowball push onto point B off of Super's excellent shatter, finishing with a whopping 4 minutes and 54 seconds in the time bank. This time, while impressive, wouldn't even matter. Seoul was unable to secure a single tick or even a real impactful elimination for that matter. They ended their offense with nothing on the board to show for it, dropping down even further and going 0-2 at the half. To start on Nimbani, the Dynasty swapped out nearly their entire roster. They put in Fitz, Michelle, Fisher, Fleta, and Jexay, only keeping in Jehong. With this new lineup, they attempted a traditional pharmacy dive. Fleta played really well, and the Dynasty held their defense for some time, but in the end, Jexay getting killed on Mercy was what signaled the end of A. They mostly allowed Shock to roll through the streets phase afterwards, with Shock completing with 2 in the time bank. The Dynasty took A off of a strong DPS heavy comp in a fairly quick fashion. They were halted on B for a while, yet an EMP mine combo opened up C for the taking. It was a slow but steady push after, further delayed by expert stall tactics by the Shock, but Seoul took third point with 27 seconds left. Seoul's offense was only a minute long, but it could have been over in a flash. While over 30% of the point was grasped, no permanent progress was made, and all the Dynasty was sent packing after only a push and a half attempted. On defense, Fleta died on Bastion early, but they did prevent a follow-up and they took out the Shock. However, with a far larger time bank, the ult advantage of San Francisco proved too large and an EMP set the game up for a losing team wipe. However, with way more time in the time bank, the ult economy of San Francisco proved way too lopsided, and an EMP set the Shock up for a game-winning fight. Seoul's offensive push through A went slowly, yet they managed to take it without too much trouble. However, at the beginning of B, they were halted strongly for several minutes, which drained all of their remaining time. They pushed a few more meters in overtime, but the Shock had their number, leading to only 1 point captured. In order to combat the defense, the Dynasty attempted a very far forward defense, and it did work in draining a lot of time off of San Francisco. Yet, once the Shock did push through, their advances went uncontested, and the Shock took the 4th map of the day. The Dynasty's advances were halted here overall, yet that doesn't mean they're a bad team for losing to the San Francisco Shock. However, it does mean the ideology of having a unique lineup to counter any opposition isn't always true. Seoul tried 2 fully different lineups today, a 3-3 oriented one and a DPS aimed one. Neither had any real effect on the Shock, and Seoul went home without a single map today. Whether this strategy continues to fail, or if Shock are just a hiccup, remains to be seen.
If you want more great Overwatch League content, make sure to give us a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and that bell icon. Now, from our house to yours, thanks for watching.